in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Kansas State's offense will take the field first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility.
Gashes the heart of the knee. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
Plucks it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Johnson looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They'll give it to him again. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. And the rush will get to him at the 25. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rush is on him. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Stockton. He's got an open man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lockett. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They boot it away on fourth down. He'll field the punt. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. To the air, it's Stockton. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Find some fresh air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. You can't throw a rock in Manhattan, Kansas without hitting something named after Bill Snyder, a big ass to replace him. But, man, has Chris Kleiman done a brilliant job.
He has done a great job, and this is a program that's always built on the right stuff. It's built on toughness. It's built on defense. It's built on playing good special teams. That's why you mentioned Snyder, because that's all the things he brought. Jesse, I want to see them now with their quarterback being solidified, take this offense to a new level.
Yeah, Avery Johnson's the guy, and he makes wow plays when you watch film. He does things that absolutely blow your mind, and if he can play at a consistent level and this offense can have balance, then there's no question the sky's the limit for Kansas State.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle. Everything's good. You show the defense that he's a threat to run the football. I love that call early in the football game.
They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly to run it back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Caught over the middle. It's Bradley. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
This defense is going to have their hands full trying to defend the pass with all of these weapons they've got on the perimeter of the field. That is a great job bringing a dangerous target down right away after he catches the slant.
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
send the tight end in motion. Rides to back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give on the option. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here's the handoff. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Between the uprights, it's good. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it! And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
The Dogs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And you could tell that the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Snagged out of the air. And he gets it out past the sticks. It'll be first down for Kansas State.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
From the 39-yard line, it's first and 10. They want to run this quarterback.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Find space on the right. All down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Johnson wants to throw it. It's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback on the keeper. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
On third down, he drops to throw. Headed to the end zone. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And as we get deep in this first half, a first and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Caught behind the line. It's Bradley. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers. And they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Johnson looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football, and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and die. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job on the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Running back searching for a hole. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Branch. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Bell. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
To the air, it's Stockton. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Humphries. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll keep it on the ground. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Off play action on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's dealt. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Stockton. catch in the middle. It's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Branch. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
The Bulldogs are on the move. Just keeps swinging it. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. He'll do it himself. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
The defense stiffened on the last play. Now it's third and goal again from the 2. Trying to pound their way in. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
How about the response by this defense? You gave up some yards, so what? Bowed your neck now on third and goal, 3 stops in a row when it matters most, forcing the offense into a critical fourth down situation.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely perfect. Now up by 4 here in the third quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Johnson wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Edwards. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The give on the inside. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. They'll try to sneak it. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Johnson looking to throw. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's Bradley. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
Now on 1st down from the 28. To the air on 1st down. Right on the money. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To throw, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Going for it all. Pulls it in down the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Finds the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
The Dogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Gives it on the option. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Got it behind the line. It's Branch. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Right down the boulevard. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Looking for space, it's Edwards. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Johnson wants to throw it. Snags it over the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket of his wide receiver.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return him. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Now, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive in attacking, and it really paid off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Johnson looking to throw. Working on the right. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's got it upright. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Stockton. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He slides that just inside the right upright. And they have surged on top here in the final 2 minutes.
Man, this guy has an absolute bomb for a leg. You see the contact? It just sounded different. It sounded like an explosion coming off of his foot. Puts it through the uprights. There's NFL teams watching this game. They're jotting down this dude's name right now, because that is an NFL Sunday leg.
Here he comes with the return. Continues to fight for yards. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Oakland. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
A strike downfield. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. And the Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Lockett. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.